Arsenal Football Club have completed the signing of Gabriel Jesus, £220,000 per week, a £45 million deal. The official announcement will come somewhere in the space of the next 7 to 10 days. Of course, Gabriel Jesus still ending his holiday. But as reported by Ben Jacobs live on the Football Terrace just a few short days ago, the deal is done. It is dusted. It is over the line. There may be a few minor details to sort out, but Gabriel Jesus, as reported just over a week ago by many of the Brazilian outlets, is a done deal between the clubs. And now is a completed deal in its entirety. Smash that like button. Subscribe to the Football Terrace. Let's go! In late March, Arsenal Football Club were told they had a fantastic opportunity of signing Gabriel Jesus. This was kind of a story that a lot of rivals rejected. A lot of rivals said it wouldn't happen. A lot of rivals kind of scoffed at. Arsenal don't have the pulling power to sign Gabriel Jesus. Too good. Why would he give up winning Premier Leagues to play for Arsenal? That was the kind of notion that was put out. And I'm a firm believer in trusting the international press. When the stories come from journalists who are not renowned for talking about Premier League deals. When you have a journalist that isn't tweeting about every single transfer in the history of humanity, there's credibility to the story. That's how I felt back in March and April. Now, it's taken some time for Arsenal to get this deal over the line. Chelsea showed some interest. Spurs wanted to look at signing Gabriel Jesus. But Arsenal were always the front runners. And just over a week ago, Arsenal made the official approach. Not intermediary talks. Personal terms already agreed. They made the official approach to Manchester City and negotiated the deal. Now, over the space of the last week, it depends on what narrative you want to believe. Was the deal already done? And Arsenal simply wanted to wait till the holiday was over, build up the expectation a week, 10 days after the initial report of done deal. A lot of Brazilian outlets, a lot of European outlets confirmed just over a week ago that this deal was already done. That won't matter to some Arsenal fans. They just want the deal to complete. But of course, the fanfare is such an intricate part now of football. It's unbelievable. But this is a phenomenal piece of business, irrespective for Arsenal. It truly, truly is. Gabriel Jesus has a brilliant goals per 90-minute record in the Premier League. If you're somebody that likes statistics, this is an individual that has played for his nation, the greatest footballing nation in the world. This is a player that has consistently worked, played, and performed for Pep Guardiola, many people's modern-day GOAT. He's also an individual that Manchester City wanted to keep. Yes, he wasn't a first-team regular, but they wanted to keep him. And I suppose that's where the question comes in. Well, he's not a first-team regular at Manchester City. Are we buying their rejects? Are we buying players that Pep doesn't really want? Why do we want him? We want to compete at some point with Manchester City. Well, I think Gabriel Jesus is an individual that wants to be loved. He wants a manager to say, "You are my striker. You are the guy that's going to take us to the next level. You are the individual that can elevate us to new standards." And Gabriel Jesus has bought into that every single step of the way with Arsenal Football Club. At £45 million, this represents a fantastic piece of business for the North London outfit. A lot of Gooners felt that if they didn't make the Champions League, they wouldn't be able to attract top talent. Fabio Vieira through the door. Yuri Tillemans knocking at that door. Arsenal actually calling their interest right now and saying, yo, brother, hold on. Arsenal grabbing the ball by the horns with Rafinha, turning his head away from Barcelona, Chelsea, making themselves one of the front runners. Doesn't mean they'll get the deal done, but their heads have turned. And then look at Gabriel Jesus. More Premier League titles than Arsenal. Now, I never mean that as a dig. I mean that as a compliment. This is a player with pedigree, a winning mentality, stature, trophies, brilliant goal scoring record for the amount of time he plays, wrapped into a £45 million deal. It's a sensational piece of business by Arsenal as far as I'm concerned. And the only people playing this down are bitter, worried, scared rivals. Simple and as straightforward as that for me. It's phenomenal business. He will score goals for Arsenal. He will influence games for Arsenal. And I believe he has the ability to elevate that team. He is more than a step up. He is a level or two above Lacazette. Premier League proven, winning mentality, and he's come from a football club that is, and a team under Pep Guardiola that centers itself around the most important element of football. And I'm sorry to you hipsters to say this, but it's hard work. And everybody so far that's been successful under Mikel Arteta, improved under his regime, have been the individual players that are willing to work hard. And he does that in abundance. Game in, game out, week in, week out. The professionalism is there. Jesus wanted to be a regular at Man City. Wasn't given that opportunity, but did you see him slacking? Did you see him throwing his toys out the pram? Did you see leaked information? Did you see he's better half posting bullshit on social media when he wasn't getting picked? No. The consummate professional. And that is what Arsenal need. They need to add these elder statesmen into their team to take them to that next level. Now, later on today, we're going to have some updates on Rafinha. That is a deal that Arsenal could legitimately get done. It's a deal that Arsenal are bidding on, that Arsenal are working on, that they are fighting with every ounce of their fiber to get over the line. A sensational player. Again, Premier League proven. Now, Premier League proven doesn't necessarily mean you're better than a player from abroad. Ruud van Nistelrooy, Thierry Henry, Luis Suarez. I'm naming strikers here for a reason. None of them were Premier League proven when they joined their respective football clubs, and they absolutely killed it. Fernando Torres was Premier League proven when he went to Chelsea. He didn't prove it. Diego Costa wasn't Premier League proven. Didier Drogba wasn't Premier League proven. There's loads of people that have come into the Prem from outside and delivered. But I think there's less of a risk when you buy someone that you know has already lived in England, already got a house in England, has already performed in England, especially for a lesser team. Now, the question for Gabriel Jesus, the only question surrounding him now is, how will he handle being the main man? £220,000 a week, £45 million deal, but the main number 9, whether it's by number or by position, it doesn't really matter. But the main striker at one of the very biggest football clubs in the world. How will he handle that pressure? How will he elevate himself to get the best out of himself? These are the questions that I'm intrigued to find out, and I'm looking forward to seeing be answered. But this is a tremendous piece of business by Arsenal. Their work is by no means done. They've still got a lot of work to do in this transfer market. They're still going to be very active in this market. The club are getting behind Mikel Arteta. They're putting him into a position to say, you have no more excuses. Go and deliver. At the very least, Champions League football, and we'll review it from that point. But Arsenal are signing the caliber of player that's needed, the experience of player that's needed, the skill set, the talent ID, the profile and age. Everything seems right Arsenal Football Club are gearing themselves up for what looks like it's going to be one hell of a season. One hell of a season for them. But I want your thoughts and your feelings. Gabriel Jesus to Arsenal is done. Complete. It is finished. Don't even worry about the formal announcement. It is happening. Until next time, my people, take care. Goodbye. God bless. Subscribe to the Football Terrace, and we'll see you all again.